Okay, that keyboard is sick. The Marshall one.
Dave, hear the punchline of that. Any kind of sense that you want to hear the punchline. Hear that joke IRL.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Big Kris Live, the live stream and then the podcast. Thank you for joining us via Facebook this afternoon. My guest behind me on the screen is Matt McLean of Fresh Radio in Barrie. And across the room from me at a 9-foot distance, we went beyond the 6-foot distance. Please welcome Mark Davis. Great to see you, buddy.
I wasn't expecting applause.
No.
Also, I'm sorry if I talked over your intro music there.
That's fine. Yeah, both of you guys were yakking during the intro music, but that's fine.
Oh, I didn't know. Hey, did you say this is a Facebook Live and then a podcast? Or is this just one thing? Like, we're just doing one thing?
We're doing one thing, and then it becomes a podcast later. So people can tune into the live stream, and then the live stream becomes the podcast at a later date. So Matt McLean is with us. Matt, you have a lovely background behind you on your screen there via Zoom. It's a Christmas-themed background, very festive, because this is our last podcast of the year 2020. At least I think it is, and so it's nice to wrap it up with both of you fine gentlemen here. Mark Davis worked with both of us, like 3 years ago now, maybe?
Yeah, I think last time I saw Matt was November 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, that's and like I'm still not even seeing him in person, but he looks just as he looks just as beautiful as when I last saw him. And that house though, that house, that's not real, is it?
It's not real.
Of course, it's not.
No, it's not a house. It's just a room. It's not even. I'm lying. It's not even a room. It's like a foyer. So just as you come in. I like it.
Oh, foyer.
I got to ask, Mark, in the 3+ years it's been since we've seen you, what the fuck happened to your voice?
Oh.
Like, is that darts? What is that? Are you still smoking?
It's part darts, yeah. But no, it's mostly from me screaming at bachelorette parties and various axe throwing parties that I had worked. Because when I was working in axe throwing...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The axe throwing.
Yeah, because I'm in a big building with axes banging all over the place and people screaming and swearing, and I got to get over them somehow. And then that just... I don't know. I'm starting to sound like a really grizzled diner waitress. You know what I mean? Like,
Mark, what you're really doing is you're starting to sound like you look.
Oh, what? What the fuck does that mean?
with that jacket and that backwards hat, I don't know, man.
This. Yeah. No,
we're both in plaid today. We're both festive.
I've just started getting into these. This is the first one I've ever bought.
Really? The shirt hoodie?
Oh, no, actually no. Because West 49, it's attached to the shirt.
Yeah.
You think I got a hoodie underneath here? You're wrong.
It's plugging West 49. Hey, use my promo code Davistagram to see.
I don't even know if West 49 is still in business anymore.
Yeah, I think they are, just barely though. A lot of businesses for this year of 2020. Matt, this year I've had the last 2 years I've had the honor of doing the Christmas music format in Barrie on the FM radio side. Previous to that, Matt used to have to play all Christmas until Christmas from mid-November all the way until Boxing Day. Matt, how has it been this year not having to listen to 16 Christmas songs an hour? Is that a plus or do you miss it?
I never really had a problem with it. It was a little tough to swallow when it's like sunny and people are in like shorts and a sweater.
Yeah.
I always kind of liked it.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. Call me crazy.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. You guys have a pretty good mix this year too. So we have it on in the car if we're going out shopping or doing whatever.
I have it on in the house too. Even the missus is like, I don't think you've ever listened to your own station this many times since you flipped to Christmas. And I'm like, yeah, I like the mix as well. And it puts me in the spirit. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I like Christmas music.
I'm of the belief that if you aren't playing Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You," you're not a Christmas station, man. I'm sorry.
We do play it.
You play that?
Oh yeah, we're playing. I think like Rob Thomas. We're playing all sorts of contemporary. Like Rob Thomas isn't contemporary, I guess, but we're playing lots of new music, man.
What has gone on since I was last there, man?
A lot's changed, Mark. 3 years has changed a lot. Like basically the difference in Mark Davis's voice is how we've changed. At Big 101. It's that drastic of a change.
There's been no policy changes since he left. For example, no one's allowed to spend the night at the station anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true. No more sleeping bags in the production studio.
Sorry, I ruined that. I ruined that for everybody, didn't I? I'll never forget like our PD saying, "Who the fuck is living downstairs?"
No, it wasn't the PD, Mark. It was the general manager.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Mark Davis, I think, is a great and an interesting character, and this is why I love Mark so much, is he grew up on the mean streets of Windsor, Detroit as a white rapper. And Mark, what was the name of your single? You had a single. You must have had it. You had or a mixtape.
DJ Marky Mark's mix. I don't fucking remember that much. I don't know. I think I dressed more the part than I actually played the part.
You were a poser.
There was one time I had a friend at Seneca because we had recording studios there, and I'm like, sick! I could finally record a mixtape. So
lay down. It's been running around in my head all week.
This guy also freestyled too, but was like good at it. And I got in the studio, he went, and then I went, and then a week later asked him, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Oh, I think it got corrupted or lost or something." And then told me years later, he's like, "No, that didn't get lost.
He binned it on purpose.
It's gone. It's gone." It's gone. No.
Yeah, I'll just put this in the circular file.
No, like I was like fully into the part. I was talking like fucking J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys.
Know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, like nah B, nah C. And like not starting sentences with yo, but ending it with yo. Like, that's a sick jacket.
You listen, you look like Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad.
No.
That's the other thing. That's your doppelganger, Aaron Paul. And you said yo. Even when I first met Mark, Matt, you can probably corroborate. He said yo a lot, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I said a lot of things.
Yo, you remember when Bret Hart would go and wrestle? That was still Mark Davis probably.
Oh, you guys are fucking wrestling.
Okay. I have ever, if not one of the hardest times I've ever laughed in my life is talking Z103 and wrestling at the farmhouse. And Mark couldn't get too laughing.
I get a little bit too wrestling fanny. Like some wrestling like I love wrestling and I love people that are wrestling fans, but sometimes you meet a pro wrestling fan and they're just too much. And I think I was that for Matt that day.
You were just that guy. Listen, there is no amount of wrestling that I think is okay. And I've already booked another podcast for the new year. I hope you guys can even come back for this one. I want to do a round table on what the fuck is the deal with wrestling? Because I think it's stupid. I think wrestling's dumb. And I want you guys to prove to me what makes it great, okay?
I am not disprove that it is dumb.
Oh, okay.
I argue that point. However,
well, share the appeal. We'll have a round table on it. All right. So let's not spoil anything here because I've already got Sean Gibson from Barrie today. I know he's a wrestling promoter and a big enthusiast as well. So we got that lined up for January. So maybe you guys can come back for that one there.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Yeah, I knew you would be. Yeah. Mark.
One thing I will say without spoiling it, okay? An undead wizard that becomes a biker, then gets buried alive and comes back as an undead wizard with his brother whose face was burned but somehow wasn't burnt anymore. That's what makes wrestling great, man. Come on.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, what other show do you see that shit though?
Yo, read a book, big Kris.
Read a book. Okay, anyways, the onus is on you guys though, okay? I have the high ground here. I really do believe that. Anyways, we'll get into that at a later date.
Right.
Back to Mark Davis for a second. So not only is he a former white boy rapper from Windsor-Detroit, Mark, you also were a viral meme. Mark, you went viral in a very early meme on the internet. It was something about video games or something.
Oh, this.
What is the Google phrase? If someone wants to look up this meme, what would they Google? What's that like? When
all she wants to do is play Xbox.
That's the meme?
Yeah.
When all she wants to do is play Xbox.
So I had a girlfriend at the time, and she wasn't a video gamer by any means, but there's this game that she really liked playing, and it was Dragon Age. And anytime she played it, I could not get her attention whatsoever. So one time I I took a photo and it was me with a pouty face and she's on the couch next to me looking at the TV and not paying attention. And it says, oh, when you just want to cuddle and talk about your feelings and all she wants to do is play fucking Xbox. So I threw that on Facebook and I got some likes and then just thought nothing of it. I guess one of my Facebook friends threw it on Imgur and then that went to Reddit. And then that went to Men's Humor, and that's when it really fucking exploded. And I'm getting tagged by friends and being like, you know, you're on Men's Humor, right? This almost destroyed my fucking relationship at the time.
Almost. Well, you're not with her anymore, so it did. I think that was the TSN turning point of the game, if you will.
Well, so at first she thought it was funny, and then she started reading comments on the Men's Humor page, and then eventually it got shared by Cheech and Chong later. And
that's not bad, man. That's a good thing. I don't know why she was so pissed.
She does not have big hands, but based on the photo that was taken, her hands looked quite large. So that was kind of the general theme.
So was she getting bullied on that? Like in Reddit?
Yeah, like why do her hands look like men's hands?
Oh no.
And she called me in fucking hysterics, being like, they're calling me man. They're making fun of how big her nose looks. Like, I can see why some people have become viral memes that affects them. So I had to kind of bring her down and say, like, hey, like, first of all, I got it just as bad as you. There are people there are people that are saying I need to leave you and find myself a real man that will love me. And I also got to say, like, I also had to say, like, hey, listen, like, there are a lot of people that are saying, like, hey, man, leave her. I'll date her. Like, where can I find a girl like that? And eventually that kind of calmed her down, but I think that still kind of haunts her to this day. And I feel bad for that. She demanded that the guy, because I figured it out, who on my Facebook posted it. And she demanded that I message him and he apologize. He never fucking apologized. But
wow.
I don't know. Do you feel
What did he do wrong?
He posted it on Reddit and it went viral.
Oh, so he was the trigger finger. He was the trigger man.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's responsible for it going viral. I know that he probably did it to get some upvotes on Reddit.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was expecting it to go to that degree.
What was
What's
that?
your thing?
Come again, Matt?
What is the meme thing called when all she wants to do is play Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, find that. Look that up, Matt. Have a gander. It's a very young Mark Davis too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
peak Jesse Pinkman looking Mark Davis.
Yes, like that was like a couple chins ago.
Great.
Great.
Now we're all on our phones here.
Oh,
all
sorry.
just sitting around and looking it up.
Yeah, no. I look at that photo. I'm like, damn, I look good at the time. Now I have to have a beard. You ever have the beard to cover your extra chins that you're growing? Like that's what I got rocking.
Yeah,
right
well, I think you're talking to the two right guys when it comes to that, Mark.
You're saying I read the book. You're like, I wrote the fucking
Yeah,
book.
right. Yeah, man. Yeah. That playbook was invented years ago.
Did you find it?
Yeah. Her hands look enormous. That beard,
Her hands are not that big.
you know what the problem is? The black part of the Xbox joystick looks like she's got like her painted thumbnails.
Oh, right.
And is so
that would extend her thumb by like a good inch.
Yeah.
It's not just that. It's also what happens to your hand when you're gripping one of those gigantic Xbox controllers too. Like she had a lot of things working against her there.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you got to get those like claws out, you know.
I don't play video games.
You don't, eh? Not a little.
No, I play a version of Brick Breaker and Yahtzee on my phone. That's about it.
You're a phone gamer.
Brick Breaker? What, you got a Nokia fucking phone? Like, what are you playing it on?
And
what are you drinking there? A White Russian there? Big Lebowski?
No, white Russian. It's
Lebowski.
It's a boozy eggnog.
Oh yeah.
It's very.
Tis the season.
Oh, it's nog season.
Yeah. Have you had a nog? Have you had a nog yet, Mark? Do you nog?
I haven't had a nog in maybe a decade.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have like a bad experience? Like I don't nog anymore. The word anymore always means something bad happened.
Christmas. It was like a work Christmas party, and I haven't touched it since.
Oh, is that the one you lost your tooth at?
No, that was 3 Christmas parties ago.
I think that one wasn't. That wasn't Eggnog's fault. That was my fault.
Hang on, Matt. What are you saying?
was like, "Where's Big Kris? He's off. Oh, who's in for him? Mark Davis. Where's Mark Davis? Oh, he threw his tooth up last night. I don't think he's making it in."
Yeah.
Oh, well, some would argue that would be the best show ever. A guy who just threw up a tooth, but that's why I got PD.
It was a front tooth, and Mark had a whistle the whole morning. He filled in for me all right.
Oh yeah, that was great. And the co-host that was supposed to be with me also called in sick because she was too drunk to drive.
That's true. And everyone was berating me for booking the day after our staff Christmas party off.
That's just good planning.
Yeah, I thought it was genius, right? And everyone, okay, sorry, the former co-host that Mark is referring to that called in drunk was like berating me the day before, like, stupid, what a waste of a day off. And yeah, anyways, whatever. So I was like, no, it wasn't. I got to avoid all of that drama.
I'm just wondering, like, what RPD's reaction was when she woke up to those emails. Hey, one of your co-hosts is missing, and the other one is missing a tooth, and also there's a big snowstorm, and he has to comment on what buses are closed and what schools are closed.
Oh yeah, you had to do the bus cancellations with a whistle out of this big hole in his front tooth.
Big hit thrill classic rock. Here is all the buses that are canceled for today.
And there's always a ton of fucking buses because Barrie is like the snow capital of Ontario.
Yeah, and I made the mistake of telling the station that I live right behind it.
Yeah, you were on call.
Yeah.
On call hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Is that why all the creditors kept calling the radio station looking for you, Mark? Because they kept calling the request line. I hope you cleared that up with year-end business here.
Yeah, I've been on like a journey of fixing my credit up.
That's okay. Well, you left radio. That was a good start.
Yeah. Radio. Working in radio is not great for your credit rating in a lot of cases.
No, it's not. It's not the first time that a request line has been called by a creditor, I don't think.
At least not at your station though.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the full
Is that the
history.
first time that's happened?
To me, no. But, you know, I've worked with some real great folks.
Are you the one that gave OmniPay my cell phone number after I changed it?
No, I never ratted you out. No way. I'd be like, hey, it doesn't work here anymore. And they were like, do you have a forwarding number for him? And I'm like, no, don't talk to that guy anymore. Anyways, it's on record that we still talk. So
okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we're still friends. We're still good.
I wonder how they got that.
Are you still throwing Davis to Graham or what?
What was that?
Is that still doing axe throwing, or you're working in radio too, aren't you?
So yeah, that was the next question, Mark. Like, you took 3 years off of radio. You left when we last worked with Mark, and then he became an axe thrower, and that's a job. And now, of course, you're back to radio with the pandemic, right?
Well, yeah, with the pandemic and lockdown, like, you can't do anything right now.
Events are over.
Events are over. Tournaments are over. Yeah, I was in. Working with you and Matt. That was my last gig, and I don't know. I was burnt out at that point. Like, I'd been in radio like nonstop for 6 years, and no offense, but like not in a premier role, if you will, like as a spare parts player, as a bench guy, you know, like, yeah, we got a deep bench, we got Davis, you know. Yeah, somebody's sick. I just call Davis. He lives behind the fucking radio station.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just decided, okay, I need a break. I need a sabbatical. I feel like I needed to take radio away from myself in order to love it again. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back to Toronto. I'll just throw my resume at everything. I'll work at a fucking Apple store. I'll work at a Moxie's. I don't care.
Yeah.
So I just threw it at
JOB.
Yeah, and I threw it at everything on Indeed. And then I got a call back from this axe throwing gym, which I didn't expect. And I'm like, okay, this is a cool for now job. And then
that was a pretty good transition. I thought it was cool. You got benefits, right? I remember that. It was a big deal.
Yeah, I never got benefits my entire time in radio, but I got it from a fucking axe throwing place.
Yeah.
And should have benefits. Let's be honest. It is an axe throwing place.
I mean,
yeah, they should. Yeah, just in case something happens, you know. Yeah.
Well, another to be honest, like completely honest, nothing has ever happened. Like an injury, an accident, even close to an accident since I was working there. At worst,
ricochet. One bounce, like a hot return.
You mean the viral Ricochet video that was like popping around? That wasn't with us. That one was.
Oh, here comes the political statement. That wasn't with us. That was another company. Okay. It doesn't take safety seriously.
When you have a metal axe and a rubber handle and a rubber floor, what do you think is going to happen? We just have wood axes. But I'm not going to bore everybody with my axe throwing thing.
No, we're interested. I want to know more about the world of axe throwing.
Axe throwing. What does happen with a rubber handle and a rubber floor and a wooden board and a metal head?
It bounces back at your face like a trampoline, which is why we don't, which is why we've never thrown those. They're called S-Wings. They're like a $60 Home Depot axe. That's the other thing too.
No.
I like, you could show me a hatchet now and I could be like, oh, this Coranch. You could buy them at Lowe's for $20 fucking dollars. Like you could hand me one and I'll be like,
Hatchet catalog.
you could hand me one and I'd be like, oh wow, this thing weighs like 1.5 pounds, between 1.25 pounds.
It's so
Before.
funny.
What was that?
Like, I assume it's like, the competitive axe throwers probably have their own axe. Maybe bowlers, just as athletic, by the way.
Do you know what sorry to interrupt. Do you know what is the most popular one? Did you ever watch the movie Kung Fu Hustle?
Maybe. Is that Jackie Chan?
No,
that's
No, Oof, I think, isn't it? Is that where there's like 1,000 guys versus one guy?
Yeah, and like they all have these hatchets.
I guess I haven't smoked enough weed to have gotten to that one.
The hatchet in that movie, which started off as a movie prop, is now the choice axe for everybody.
Really?
It started out as a movie prop for Kung Fu Hustle. It's called the Axe Gang because the Axe Gang in Kung Fu Hustle comes after you, and now it's just the choice axe that everybody goes for. Oh yeah, I got show and tell.
Is it like $100?
He brought an axe. He brought a fucking axe. Oh my God! Is this where my family and I get murdered just before Christmas? What the fuck?
It's not a weapon. It's a tool.
Okay.
But no,
sounds like my dad over there.
No, this is it.
Wow, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
All time.
Yeah, like look. Which camera should I hold it up?
Yeah, whichever one, man.
Yeah, and like this handle too, it's custom made. Like people get custom.
Does it have your name on it? Is it engraved?
No, it's got this little toque on it because it's by a brand called Toque, and it's autographed from a world champion because
Whoa.
I will never be one.
No, well, here's the thing why I don't want to bust your chops hard on this, Mark, on the axe throwing thing, is because to me it feels a lot like the bagpipe thing for me.
Really niche, but has its own underground sort of scene.
Yeah. Like I feel like the same amount of people that would go to the world champion axe throwing showdown would be the same people that might go to the same size of crowd or same type of enthusiasts that would go to a world bagpipe championship.
You got to tell me what the world bagpipe championship is like.
It's in Glasgow, Scotland. I can tell you that.
Is it like a double elimination like rap battle with bagpipes? Like what?
There actually is kind of a double elimination element to it. Yeah, there's two. Okay, so there's a qualifier where they wheedle it down to 10 pipe and drum bands from around the world. So they wheedle it down to the top 10, and then out of those top 10, they perform a second performance, which is different from the first one. So they have the qualifier, which is called a march and Straspe and reel. It's 3 different time signatures, 3 different types of tunes, and then the next one would be a medley, if you will, which is much more musical. It's a very orchestrated type of thing. Anyways, you don't get to play the second round unless you make it to the top 10, and then the audience is there for the top 10.
What I picture in my head is like the 8 Mile scene. With like Eminem and rap battles, but you're just like you're in your outfit and your kilt and everything.
I kind of wish it was like that. I wish it was like 8 Mile, but I'm afraid to report it's a little bit more like Drumline. So
that's actually cool too.
No, it's not. No, it's not cool. I don't think Drumline's
Yeah,
cool.
Drumline's a sick movie.
No,
Nick Cannon, bro.
No, I can't stand Nick Cannon. I don't like Nick Cannon.
What? Who doesn't like Nick Cannon?
I feel
He's
like
a national treasure.
No, I feel like he might be the Nick Cannon of the underground bagpiping scene.
No, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not that. No. I'm trying to think of if there was someone that I would be like in the bagpipe / celebrity comparison. I'm probably like Jeff Ross. The Jeff Ross of the bagpipe world, the roast master, the guy from all the Comedy Central roasts.
You're called in once a year.
Yeah. Like, I have my niche. I have this thing that I can do that people like, and I'm good on mic, and I'm a good host. But as far as like how good of a bagpiper he is, he's all right.
When you were lining up the name, like Jeffrey Ross was the last thing I was expecting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was thinking like bigger. Like I'm such an asshole. I was gonna say like John Candy or something.
You know, it's not the first time that somebody's made a John Candy comparison to yours truly in my life.
You get that a lot.
Yeah, I used to, when I was a lot bigger, I used to get it more. Like I remember one time when I was like 22 and I was living on Division Street in Kingston, and there was this guy just walking down the street, but I had like my windows open. It was a nice evening or whatever. And he walked up to my living room window off the side of the street and saw that I had like a candle or something on. He's like, "Hey man, you got a light?" And I was like, through my window, he asked me this, and I came out to my front step, and I'm like, "Yeah, man, I got a light." And I lit a cigarette, and then he stood there and exhaled and just looked at me, and he was like, "Fuck, you look like John Candy."
What an encounter.
And I was like, "Okay, thanks, man, I guess." And I went back inside, and that was it. That's my story. about being John Candy.
Kingston sounds like a beautiful place.
You know what Kingston
Kingston's
is?
a riot.
Yeah, Kingston is a good town, man. I was living in the north end of Kingston, where it's a little more, shall we say, blue collar or whatever. Yeah,
Cultured.
yeah. No,
I only know the place like downtown where there's like the pizza and like the Brass.
oh yeah,
Like I had a friend, like I have a lot of smart friends. I'm obviously the dumbest one. They all went to Queens.
yeah. So
Gotta go and
that's
visit
called the Hub.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
goes down in the hub?
Just bar star stuff, lineups. You know, pizza encounters.
4 a.m. donairs.
Yeah. There's a great poutine place, Bubba's Poutine. You know, I can't tell you how many people have had their first hookups drunk at 2 a.m. in the lineup at Bubba's Poutine downtown in Kingston in the Hub.
We've been in this pandemic so long that I completely forgot about 3 a.m. at Pizza on a Friday night. Just you see the best people on earth there, like Queen and Spadina McDonald's.
The McDonald's, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's
or
a special spot.
Or if we want to bury this up, the Dunlop McDonald's, the downtown.
Oh,
McDonald's.
downtown Dunlop Dunlop Street, Barrie. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I had one moment there. They have their own Instagram too, by the way.
What, the McDonald's on Dunlop has their own Instagram?
At least
now?
they did. I don't know. Again, like it might have quieted down since the pandemic, but they did for a brief time.
I don't think even a pandemic could stop that McDonald's, to be honest with
No,
you.
no, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, immovable rock force, whatever, or immovable force, immovable object, or whatever.
I don't
saying
know.
is.
I think a comic.
It's the irresistible force versus the immovable object.
No,
Right. So,
a comet could
see, if you knew anything about wrestling, Big Chris, that was the title
fuck.
line for
Here we go
WrestleMania
again.
3,
Here we go
Hulk
again,
Hogan
yeah.
versus Andre the
Here we
Giant. So
go
put your
again.
head out of your ass and read a book.
That's okay.
You're coming off like a jackass.
Let's not blow his content. He has an episode planned.
Yeah,
for it.
exactly. Yeah, you're gonna spoil everything, just rip
Sup,
off
boy?
everything.
Yeah, we're gonna meet later on that show and be like, all right,
Yeah.
we already blew everything on the one
Yeah.
episode we did.
Like, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. You guys can't show your dicks off on the stream because we already screwed that one up earlier. Yeah, we blew that.
And I had a whole
I
thing
love how you
planned.
weren't sure
What do you
that would get you kicked off.
What do you mean? Listen. I knew that somebody would like complain, or I knew that somebody would flag it, but I didn't think that they would literally pull the stream like as it was happening.
You realize that Facebook Live does recommendations sometimes, and some poor 13-year-old kid at Barrie South Collegiate could be like, "Oh, Big Chris, I hear him on the radio," and then it's like, "Hey,
Yeah,
look at this
yeah.
cavalcade of dicks in this Instagram page."
He played Holly Jolly Christmas this morning. I
God,
gotta
that's
check out his podcast. Yeah, it could be a.
So did you lose that? You lost everything? There's no back? Like that whole
Well,
thing?
yeah. So
They just pull it?
there is an exclusive 100 people. Lisa said that she when she tuned into that live stream, for those who are just catching up, a couple episodes back, JJ and Melanie were on the podcast, and we showed a dick pic that was on Melanie's phone because she gets like just inundated with unwanted dick pics. So we decided to shame somebody by showing this dick on the screen. Well, within a minute, Facebook had pulled the live stream. And to answer your question, Matt, no, there's no backup. Only because I put so much into the studio here that I didn't go for backups. I said, no, it's just geared to be this and the live stream and then the podcast. And I didn't think about having some kind of a backup. And that's just not, to be honest, it's a budget thing now at this point. I poured everything into the rest of the equipment. But But yeah, man, it sucks that happened. But at the same time, I thought it was going to make it through the whole live stream. I thought we were going to at least get to the conclusion of it. Someone would flag it at a later date. I'd be able to get all my things off of it. But anyways, there's an exclusive 100 people that Lisa said watched that live stream. There was 100 people tuned in at the time, and so they got to see that show, if you will.
Well, I've had a live stream taken down just because there was a TV in the background that had Fresh Prince of Bel-Air playing, and and the theme was going over and over again. And some algorithm in Facebook just tracks it and flags it and takes it down. So I don't know if you were like flagged or reported for it, or maybe Facebook just has some automatic dick tracking like software or something. Like,
The Dick Tracker 5000.
like Mark Zuckerberg goes to work. I don't doubt that he's got that.
Yeah, it must be a bot thing. You know, they must have equipped bots for
Beep, boop, beep, dick detected. Take down stream.
Yeah, yeah, seriously. So I'm a little worried about this bit for a couple of reasons. This is going to be something new that we're going to do on the podcast here. It's a bit. Who's ready for a bit?
Oh, God, a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember
Good lead,
bits?
by the way.
Yeah, I love bits, radio bits. But this bit is inspired by something that I saw in the news here. And again, 2020 has been, now that we're wrapping up this year, 2020, it's been a year with a lot of fake news that you don't know if it's real or not. But let me put this up on the screen for both Mark and for Matt.
And this is where it all ends.
Yeah, this could be it. I don't know. I'll put it up for them first. And we can have
You may want to have a backup in place for this.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, we don't have a backup. We're gonna. Okay, so.
If you're watching this live by chance, just run your screen recorder because this is about to get taken down in about 42 seconds.
So, no, I don't think so. I mean, look, there's some.
No, it'll be fine.
There's some dick-like shapes here, but so Matt actually helped me brainstorm these a while back, like months ago, and I remember when. Lisa, I put all this money into the studio and I built this computer here, and I was starting to put these together. And she said, she's like, really? You did all this so you could fucking come up with this bit, eh? Like, she was so unimpressed with this. But you know who thought it was hilarious? Matt McLean thought it was fucking funny. And so now we're going to do it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So suck it, Lisa.
Yeah.
I thought that's where we were going.
Yeah, you can't say that. You can't say that about my wife on my own podcast. I'm just joking.
Hey, your baby mama.
Yeah, my baby mama. That's right. Yeah, you talk nice about her. All right, so
My bad.
that's all right. All right, so here's this news article. I don't know if this is real or not. Swiss condoms criticized over lack of effectiveness.
Davis.
Yeah, because they're full of holes.
Has Davis ever purchased condoms? You know what a box of condoms? Davis, do you even know what we're talking about here? So basic.
Davis is like, condoms. It's such a Gen X thing.
No,
fucking
it's
not for
not.
millennials, motherfucker.
I know what he's getting at.
Yeah, I've heard about them.
I know you've heard.
So, anyways, obviously that's fake news. Swiss condoms don't actually have holes in them, but I thought it would be funny as a bit. Let's do some bits. Yeah, bit time. All right, so I thought it'd be funny what if condoms did imitate international stereotypes from different countries. And before anyone gets their back up against the wall, these are all very, traditional countries for making fun of. Like, how about the French?
What the fuck?
How about the French?
What a preamble.
How about the French? We can make fun of the French now. What if their condoms tasted like cigarettes? What if you had to ash out at the reservoir tip into an ashtray?
Oh my God.
What if they were cigarette flavored?
I wasn't expecting you to use the word reservoir.
That's the reservoir tip. No.
I mean, I guess that's the term for it.
Okay, all right. Let's do Let's do
I
another.
guess that's a term for it.
I don't know.
Nothing about condoms or safe sex.
I was thinking pinch point, okay?
Okay, so we showed that one, and so far the live stream is still on, guys. So I think we're fair
All
game
right.
here. Seems like we're
For
good.
now.
All right, okay, let's show the next one here. What if British condoms were fish and
Oh
chip?
my God.
Or what if they were fish and chip flavored?
Did you fucking make these?
Yeah, I did.
Because the level of detail in these photoshops, I'm impressed by you.
Yeah, man, this is. I told you, my wife came down and said, "Oh, what are you working on, honey?" And I showed her, "Oh, Big Ben's fish and chip taste, the best that Britain has to offer."
What college did you go to?
Me?
Yeah.
Algonquin College, Ottawa.
This is what Algonquin can get you right here.
Yeah.
You're doing your alma mater proud, Kris. Way to go.
Big Ben's fish and chip taste. All right. Okay, one more, because still we haven't been canceled yet. Although I don't think condoms and wrappers in a bag of fish and chips, really. That's not going to trigger any bots, right? I'm not a bot expert, but
I'm not a condom expert.
okay. Last one.
Oh.
Last one. What if the Russian condoms came with a velour tracksuit? Yeah, what if they were all, with a gold chain and no, Mark?
They're not even allowed to use Russian tracksuits anymore.
No.
I don't know why I saw that and just buried my face in both my hands. Also,
I love the tracksuit.
what does that say at the top?
Oh, that says, in Russia, condom wears you.
For fuck's sake.
Oh yeah.
I even went to Google Translate for that. That's how detail oriented I got on that thing.
You know,
In Russia, condom wears you.
I told my mom.
Actually, we should get one of those for Mark. He needs a condom that wears him. Fucking guy over here doesn't even know what they are.
I told my mom.
Okay, Mark, to the right
Really?
corner of package.
I told my mom I was going to be on a podcast this weekend, and she's like, "Oh, when it's done, you should share it with me. I'd love to hear it."
Well, let me tell you this on the topic of moms. Let's.
I agree with her.
Yes.
You should. Actually, the next podcast we should have Mark Davis's mom on and review this current podcast.
Yeah, so she could watch it and you get her reaction video to it.
Yes, my very, very nice mother who sings at the choir at Harrow Community Church in Windsor.
So, well, let me talk about this. My mom has been checking out these podcasts, all of them, including the last one with Humble Howard. We were talking about porn and all sorts of stuff, and then she was one of those 100 people watching the dick one. And
oh my God.
And she'd mentioned something to me on the phone, kind of passive aggressively about it, just kind of trying to broach the subject. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but maybe a little less swearing and a little less dicks, and that's what.
A little less dicks, and then she turns on and it's Davis and I.
Exactly. I was like, don't tune into this weekend's, Mom. I was just like, God. But I mean,
I know what you mean though. She's like, you know what, Christopher, you're so funny, but with the mouth, I got to be honest with you, it's just tasteless.
Well,
you're better. Because that's what I get sometimes.
Yeah, I know. My mom, when I was a kid, as a teenager, she used to say, "That's locker room talk. That's for the boys in the locker room." And that's what I told her. I said, "Mom, maybe I should just call my podcast the Locker Room Talk Podcast." You remember when you used to say that to me? That's what it is, right? I don't know. It's kind of part of what we're doing here, right?
When is the last time you heard her swear, though? Have you ever heard your mom drop an F-bomb ever?
Yeah, I think so. I couldn't tell you the date.
Because, when you hear a mom like that swear, it's got some fucking impact to it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's a sit back and sort of you get taken aback by it.
I feel it's kind of gotten washed. Hang on, hang on. I had an ice cube in there like a rude idiot on a podcast. I feel ladies swearing has gotten watered down because I am hooked on all these Karen Instagram pages and stuff.
Yeah.
And where they just go off. So now I just expect ladies to kind of swear and be jerks when they're like that sometimes. That's the new norm for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not out seeing people. So I'm seeing them virtually on Instagram pages, and that's how I just feel society. It's man.
Yeah. Well, hey man, you want that Dunlop Street McDonald's Instagram, man? There's some Karens showed up on there, but it's more like Karens on crack. You know what I mean? Like, you've seen, Mark's from Windsor. You know what we're talking about.
Well, I definitely know what you're talking about, being from there. But like, it's funny. The only Karen I know is the nicest person on earth, and she hates all this now. Like,
I've never met an actual somebody named Karen.
Yeah,
nothing but nice.
Could you imagine your name being Karen and you're actually one of the nicest people on earth?
That would suck.
Yeah.
I know. There's a couple of nice Karens out there that I'm sure have gotten a bad rap. And like, let's not forget other spin-offs on Karen, like Carol. You know, like I know it's the holidays,
Susan.
sorry, but yeah, there's some other names out there.
Kevin's coming up.
Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin's the male equivalent of a Karen.
Is it really?
I was trying to think about what the male equivalent of a Karen is. Maybe a Bruce?
No, Matt, are you just saying Kevin, or is there like
No. I am actually an expert on the subject.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
You could swear me in as an expert witness.
What blog did you read that on? BuzzFeed?
Karen's Gone Wild.
Karen's Gone.
It's on Instagram. It is. I'm telling you.
Karen's Gone Wild, Las Vegas.
I'll give you two of the best Instagram pages: Karen's Gone Wild, which I already gave you, and the Cart Narcs. These guys that go around and shame people for not returning their grocery cart to the cart corral. Oh. And the guy is so passively aggressive. It's terrific. He's like, "Hey, you lazy bones, you forgot to take your cart back." And then
you lazy bones.
Yeah, and then he's got a little bumper sticker he puts on there. It's like a bumper magnet that shames them and tells them to call the Lazy Bones hotline. But it's terrific because people are just the worst.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'll check that out. Those are some good recommendations. Yeah. If I can also, if we're giving shout outs to things that we've seen online, here's a tweet that I saw from Dr. Crusher on Twitter. And yeah, that's a Star Trek Dr. Beverly Crusher. Any Trekkies in the house? Mark?
No.
You're into axe throwing, but not Star Trek? Okay.
What do those two things have to do with each other?
How are they correlating to?
I'm just saying they're niche. I'm just saying they're like kind of niche things. I don't know.
Star Trek, axe throwing? Like, come on. Like, that's both tip the scale.
Okay, anyways.
Wait, you're into smoking cigarettes and drinking beers?
All right, so Dr. Crusher on Twitter, at DocMilf2000. Let me throw this one out there for you guys. Mom's going to love this, too. Imagine having sex with a ghost, and someone walks into your room and they just see your asshole widening and narrowing for no reason.
Oh my God.
That's ghost sex.
You painted a fucking mental picture there.
That was very graphic, right? But that's what ghost sex would look like if to someone as a fly on the wall.
Say radio's theater of the mind, but Jesus Christ.
So
yeah, I'm gonna need some actual footage of that or something.
So thoughts? Or no
thoughts? What fucking thoughts?
Here's my thoughts. I'm gonna barf after this, and I have some more thoughts. I may not be able to wait until it's over.
Chris just goes, "Hey, it's a gaping and widening asshole, but nobody's there," and go.
Yeah,
yeah. I'd rather be on the Dick Pic podcast that got taken down than this one.
Okay, here's another one.
Jesus.
Another one. I don't know if I'm ready for another one.
A guy's burned alive. Thoughts? Go ahead, Davis.
Hey, listen, if there's one thing Mark definitely knows about me with our time working together in studio, it's that I love videos of people getting maimed or hurt or... Remember the guy getting sucked through a jet engine? There was a guy getting sucked through a jet engine.
I've seen that.
Oh, my God.
I laughed uncontrollably for half an hour.
It looks so fake because it's so fast.
He's like
it looks almost cartoonish.
We're in the studio together, and he's like looking at his computer screen and just silently goes, and I'm like, what are you watching? And he's like, oh, the guy getting sucked into the jet engine again. I'm like, what the fuck?
Over and over again. I guess not watching it. It's
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Okay, we're up here, and it looks like the south zone of school buses were canceled today. That's all schools in the south zone.
Matt,
here's Bruce Springsteen with Santa Claus is coming to town.
You've captured the dichotomy of my day-to-day perfectly with that reenactment, Matt. That was very good.
Thank you.
Here's one question to throw out there. Who do we brag to after we drop a particularly impressive toilet deposit? Do you have a poo buddy that you would send a text to or a photo to? We'll start with you, Matt McLean.
I hate to be so truthful, but no, I do not.
No,
I have matured. Not to say that I didn't have a text thread years and years ago. And when the internet was first discovered, Rate My Poo was one of the first websites that got a bookmark on my Internet Explorer. So, but no, as an adult, which is awful because, well, I don't know if you can see this. I mean, I just bought these today. There's
no, he's trying to get regular.
Right? Oh, Fiberwell, yeah.
So, he's trying to get regular.
So now, because Kris got me on the Metamucil, so I do that. I do fiber gummy.
I'm a fiber.
And now
evangelist.
I've got now I could win that website, and I'm just, you know what? I'm just too mature. I'm a grown-up adult.
Sure.
Making huge
22% of people tell their friends. 56% of people tell their family members about an impressive poop. Family?
No, that's gross.
Family? Yeah.
Maybe Nana, but other than that, no, that's weird.
Hey.
You know, I actually, now that I think about it, I can't be too judgy because I look at that stat and I'm like, you know what? I've told family members. There was one time, it was a Christmas get-together at my in-laws, and I was really bummed.
Oh, I assumed it would be at a wake.
No. No, I was at my in-laws, and I was really bunged up. I don't know. I'd eat too much sausage, cheese. I don't know. Too many cheese platters. I don't know what it was at Christmas. You know, the amount of food you eat.
Jesus.
You never know. Anyways, I was dying. And anyways, I asked somebody who was coming to the Christmas get-together. I phoned them, and I was like, hey, on your way out here, can you stop at Shoppers and pick up some Metamucil for me? And they did. And so, of course, I went into the washroom maybe a couple hours after taking some and then came back out. And, you know, I told everybody about it. Merry Christmas. It's past.
Could have made that your Christmas card.
That's
Or at least the Yule log.
Hey, everybody, I've exorcised the ghost of Christmas past. Jacob
and
Marley.
he's angry.
I flushed down Jacob Marley down the old toilet. It's good now. Cool. Well, there's.
Can I ask a question off topic, Kris, that I don't know if I've ever asked you? Do you believe in ghosts or psychics or any of that? Or I assume the answer is no.
I don't know.
I'm already disappointed.
No, listen, I do believe in some of that, but I don't think it's as widespread as some people might have you believe. I think.
What about the Long Island medium?
Oh, she's full of shit. Long Island medium? Are you bringing up this TLC shit with me? We're going to get into 90 Day Fiancé?
Oh, don't get me fucking started on 90 Day Fiancé.
I will if you want to.
I watch that shit religiously.
Well, good. I do too, and so does Matt. So.
Yeah. It's all that got me through COVID-19.
90 Day?
Yeah.
It was better a couple of seasons ago.
I got my girlfriend a cameo from Ed and Annie.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they gave me my fucking money's worth. I was so happy.
Really?
And by the way, like Cameo's a great Christmas gift if you can nail down who, like, some people are expensive. Ed and Annie, they were like a $40 cameo.
Wow, yeah.
That was US. And
there's some out there for $20-$30 even, yeah.
And I told
Is his name Ed?
No, sorry, I'm thinking of Big Ed. Sorry, David and Annie. That's
okay. That's yeah.
Sorry, some people probably got very.
You loser! Yeah. How do you not know?
No, like, but like, I think like after
she's our fave, by the way.
After that season of 90 Day Fiancé, like I think that was the season. And I don't think it's gonna ever have a cast that good again because I watched what was it, The Other Way with like
The
Brittany.
Other Way's not.
Yeah, The Other Way was weak, man. It was still good, but it was weak. Too out there.
No, I think that before the 90 days was the 90 Day season, and they will never have a cast that good again.
With Colt and Debbie.
Colty.
And Big Ed.
Yeah,
it became. I called Big Ed like when they did the preview this season of 90 Day. I was like, oh my God, this guy drives around a little Vespa with his little dog. This guy's going to be great. There's no way he's going to come off like a creep or a weirdo.
Yes.
First episode and
him becoming a meme with "You're my best view."
He
Yeah.
looks like a thumb. That's what I call him, the thumb, or like an eraser head.
So apparently that is actually a result of some condition he has. And I used to make.
Then now I
know,
bad.
literally, trust me. I felt as soon as he said that, and the and like the post-mortem that they did, I felt bad for making fun of him, because I'm just like, oh, look at this thumb head. He can't turn his body. He has to like turn towards you like this and that.
He's like Mick Mars from Motley Crue. He's had his spine fused or something.
Yeah, no, but that's what wrote me in as a 90 Day Fiance fan, just because it was just garbage that I put on in the background. And then next thing I know, I'm screaming at the TV, why are you still with them?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
And the next thing you know, you're following them on Instagram because you need more.
It launches them to
follow
fame.
all of them.
If it launches
You follow all of them, Matt?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll see an Instagram post from somebody and I'm like, who the hell is this?
Oh yeah.
And then I'll show it to my girlfriend. I'll be like, were they ever on Bachelor in Paradise, 90 Day Fiance, 90 Day Fiance the other way, 90 Day Fiance, Pillow Talk, Love Island, Treasure Island?
Yeah, any of the islands. Yeah.
Are you the one?
Yeah.
Like all those ones. No.
So Mark, it was 90 Day that got you through COVID. Is that honestly, or what else got you through COVID?
90 Day, having a job, honestly.
Yeah, that was a nice one. So yeah.
Wait, so can I interrupt you? So you were axe throwing, pandemic hit, no more axe throwing, and you got back into radio.
So the moment I knew that axe throwing was over for a while,
I was just kind of looking for a yes or no.
Yes, but yes. No, like, but no, I think I literally nailed down the day that COVID started on this continent as the day NBA got shut down.
Oh, that was where you started.
The guy touched all the microphones. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Rudy Gobert shutting down the NBA was the moment I knew COVID was now serious. Like, that was the craziest point. But axe throwing. Then I got a call from my old radio gig, and they brought me back, and that's where I've been. Axe throwing opened up, like, for a bit and got shut down again, like, basically everything.
So now Mark produces the afternoon program, correct, Mark?
Yeah.
On 1010 CFRB.
Yeah, with Jay Michaels and Ryan Doyle.
So, but are you on the show? You're just if the show is well produced and all the buttons are pressed smoothly, that's you, right?
Yeah, and all the clips I play, I'm on sometimes. This show right now is the most I've talked into a microphone in 3 years.
Yeah, we can tell your voice isn't quite up to it. Hey, how's it going?
I saw they let Mark pulls the clips from all the Ford things, which I was hooked to.
Oh, the Doug Ford
I
stuff,
have a huge issue with Mark Davis on this, because I thought you could have pulled way better Ford clips. He said he looks like a sheepdog was awesome. Where he said he's like, no, I'm healthy as a horse. Well, I might not be healthy as a horse. I might look like a horse. I'm not as healthy as a horse.
Oh, I missed that one. But the other challenge was too is that I had to fit that in under a minute, and those were the ones that stuck out to me. And plus him going off about his cheesecake was just
there were some beauties this year.
And then he came up with a video of him cooking his goddamn cheesecake, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Rob Ford is a G sometimes. Or sorry, not Doug Ford. Yeah. Doug Ford. I was actually thinking of that the other day. Could you imagine if Rob was in charge of this?
Yeah. I think we got the more astute of the two Fords. Listen,
Rob wouldn't have been head of the. He would have been like Tory.
Yeah.
He would just stay mayor forever.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Rob Ford. I rode that guy so hard. Even when he had cancer, I think I made a few jokes, but it's sad that he's gone. Mm-hmm. But I also love that Doug Ford wrote a book. Did you guys know that?
I didn't know Doug wrote a book.
Yeah, he wrote a book about his brother, Rob Ford, the now deceased crack-smoking mayor of Toronto. For those who don't know Rob Ford, the international crowd maybe. Although he was international news, so anyways.
International crowd. Who's watching this?
Dude, I don't want to get bragging here, but like we have listeners all over the world. Yeah. There's people who check out the podcast. Australia, what's up? Newfoundland. I know that's not like
Newfoundland is a different country.
People from all continents.
Yeah,
like Australia, Asia, Newfoundland. There's a guy in Ottawa that watches.
No, but I'm just, what I'm saying is that, like, yeah, anyways, for the international crowd, for those who are tuning in from the UK, for the United States, who didn't catch that a few years ago, the mayor of Toronto, Canada's biggest city, was busted smoking crack. Anyways, Doug Ford is now the premier of Ontario, and a couple of years ago, he did write a book about his brother, Rob Ford, that basically was trying to make him look like not that bad of a guy, which kind of reminded me of that time that OJ wrote a book trying to tell everyone that he was trying to find the real killer. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh God, do I even want to go down the OJ rabbit hole?
Nah, maybe not. Yeah. Maybe let's not say we did.
That's a special edition episode.
Special edition for
you ever want to get fired up? Just watch some of his videos he posts on Twitter. I love, by the way, that Twitter still will not verify OJ Simpson.
Yeah, or me.
Did you ever see the video of Doug Ford saying McDonald's makes the best fries?
No, I haven't seen
he's
that.
like,
no.
Oh no, it's
he's
literally
not wrong.
It's Premier Doug Ford being Doug Ford and saying like, I gotta tell you, McDonald's, they make the best fries. Anyway, thank you and God bless the people of Ontario. Like everything.
Like I of all people have been anti-Ford for years, but I will say this pandemic changes a lot of things. And I came around to Doug Ford this year.
He handled COVID-19 really well.
Yeah.
Like in a time where you got Justin Trudeau coming out and like with his breathy speeches and being like, we're safe and we're here for all Canadians, and polished speeches like this.
Yeah.
A terrific Trudeau.
That was a great Trudeau, dude.
You should do like ASMR Trudeau
Don't worry.
videos.
I have more money for you. You'll be taxed on it later, but don't worry because we're here for all Canadians. But then you get Doug. He's just
terrific.
He's just looking at a camera and telling you like he sees it and calling people yahoos and
yeah. I loved his outrage when the price gouging thing was happening, and I love that he was auto-tuned and remixed and with the yahoos thing. Yeah, man, I was turned around on him, and like this year has been a year of a lot of political upheaval and stuff, but I find that if anything, it's actually just changed my thinking around about who I like representing me. And, it's in a nonpartisan way, not to get too serious. But, I'm glad that, I've been able to look at the quality of somebody and not necessarily what color of tie they wear, what color of color their election signs are.
Even the local ones have been doing great too. Like, I don't know, like we have John Tory. You guys got
Mayor Jeff, who ran basically unopposed. He got like 98% of the vote. Like
I have a picture of me hugging him because he was in studio, and all I said was, "Can I get a photo of me hugging you?" And he's like, "Get in here."
Yeah, there you go.
Get in here.
Yeah.
No, he's awesome, and I don't know. I think that people.
I think even in the States, we're seeing it. Just phenomenal leaders all the way to the federal level. I mean, the governors of Florida especially know what they're doing. I think
Florida's so fucking full of shit. Yeah. All those American leaders. The mayor of LA is certainly on fire these days.
Oh, inappropriate with LA and forest fires. Really, Big Kris, this is your time. Wow.
Yeah, listen, man, they can't cancel this. Not a dick. They're not going to pull the live stream for that one. It's not a dick. It didn't show a dick. But yeah, anyways, back to this pandemic that we've been through for the year 2020. We got a vaccine on the way. Mark, you got through it by having continued employment and 90-Day Fiance.
90-Day Fiance, and I don't want to think about how much money I spent on Nintendo Switch and Xbox games this year.
Oh, really? Yeah, your budget went through the roof?
Yeah, and the other thing that kind of sucks is everybody keeps on buying the PS5 I want. Because
there's a couple of really good deals on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh yeah, the people that are selling a picture of it for $600.
Yeah.
The people that are selling the box. Which, by the way, if you want a video to go viral, buy the box for a PS5 and put something else in it.
I posted this on my Twitter, by the way, and it was from the Aurora buy sell Facebook Marketplace. It was a PlayStation 3 and a PlayStation 2 duct taped together.
Oh my God, that's great.
For sale as a PS5, because 3 + 2 = 5, right? I was like, I almost wanted to give them $600 as like an applause, you know, like, you know what? Nice work there.
Davis, you got money coming in, or just how you're going to spend your CERB money?
No. I disqualified myself from CERB. I got CERB for the actually it was like 2 to 3 weeks that I was unemployed before I got rehired, but I kept getting it. Even though I was reporting income, I'm like, stop fucking giving this to me. They gave you an option on the CRA website to repay it, which I have done. I just didn't want to stop because after CERB expired, I kind of wanted to still stay on regular EI. I didn't want CERB. I wanted just the regular EI that just kind of adjusts itself. So I'm hoping that I did everything right. If not, tax season is going to be real fun.
Yeah, this is going to be.
I got a CERB payment.
Did you? What?
Yeah, it got mixed up with a GST check, and I have auto deposit, and all of a sudden it was like $800 or $1,200 or something.
Wow.
And it was a CERB payment. I'd never applied for it. I never inquired about it. It was just a mix up.
Wow, that's whacked, man.
I mean,
and you had to sit on that and just wait for them to take it out again?
No, God, the CRA, my dad told me a few things in life. One of them is you fear the CRA. Yeah. Don't F around with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, they don't screw around. I had to give it back.
They tried to get it out as fast as they could to everybody that needed it. And the downside of that was like anybody could get it. You could make $50,000 a year, and so like just applying the
now we're getting the stories too of like people who have abused it in various ways. I mean, we could mention 1,000 not 1,000, but there's a handful of stories in the last couple of weeks now of people who have fucked around.
Just you wait until May 2020. Oh, it's gonna be interesting tax season.
Post tax season, for sure.
God, the CRA is gonna be busy.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, and they screwed a bunch of people over too. People that had qualified. If there was an issue or something with the website, it didn't say net or gross.
Yeah, so some people didn't make
something.
So some people didn't have enough 2019 income to qualify for it. You had to make $5,000 or more, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but apparently, net or gross was the biggest confusion. And now to this day, it still doesn't even say that in that site. So I don't know. Like they're saying that they're not going to punish or pursue or like kick down the door people that really thought they qualified for it, but. I don't know. You got a lot.
But I still think they should. Put me on the door kicker side of things. I'm like, no, fucking get that money back. Kick those doors in. Get the fucking money back. Those are our tax dollars. Am I the hard ass here? You guys are just looking at me like,
no. You're right.
No, I agree with you. I think they should pay it back. I don't think they need a door kicking. I mean, the poor bastards, they probably spent it already, and now they owe whatever, $10,000 or something total.
They themselves had to go kick in some doors just to get the money to pay back the government.
That's right. Actually, if anybody is in need of some quick cash, actually, you can follow up this video in the comment section, get Mark Davis's information for you, and he'll give you a package. And if you just hold on to it for a couple of weeks, you make a couple $100.
Oh yeah, that's one of those.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Oh God, come on.
Everybody needs a good guy.
The oldest trick in the book. It's just like, Barb. Oh, but seriously, I gotta love this guy.
You know what's funny? You guys know obviously who Andrew Dice Clay is, and
Hey.
Yesterday I was at the hot dog cart, and Davis, I work a hot dog cart for my dad.
Yeah, so I wanted to get into that too. So, like, speaking of extra cash, right? Cash flow. You got this hot dog cart gig.
Yeah, and I become really close with all the guys that return the carts to the cart corral, right? Because they're the ones they're the employees that are outside, and so you shoot the shit with them or whatever. And so one of the guys, we started talking like, oh, look at this guy. He's a real piece of shit. Whatever, right? Like, it's just like a dumb, like, hey, look at this guy bringing the carts in. But you swear a lot in them, right?
Yeah,
You're like, hey, look at this mother, right? And so I was doing it, but I mean, like, I'm at like the booth, right? So I'm just the guys that are at the window. I don't know. He didn't really so he's at the front door. There's people lined up to get in. He's like, hey, look at this fucking asshole. You don't say that when there's like so many people there.
He just doesn't know when to cool it, you know? He's just putting on the show, right?
He's like, hey, you're making hot dogs up there like an asshole. Like, you don't yell like that so loud.
We got to wrap this up soon, guys. This has been a blast, though. I love hanging with both you guys. I knew this was going to be a fun episode.
Yeah, I love hanging with Mark.
Thanks, bro. So, yeah, catch Mark on 1010 CFRB every afternoon. And go see Matt at his fucking dad's hot dog stand.
I really want to see if Matt can slip that into his morning show somehow.
Yeah. But
just to plug, like, promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Matt from Fresh Mornings, Fresh Radio in Barrie, and of course,
I'm gonna get my shirt on.
Mark Davis from CFRB 1010, formerly at Big 101 in Barrie. That's how we all got to know each other. Big 01, Big 101. Everyone who calls in still calls it fucking B101, and I just want to scream through the goddamn phone at them.
Yeah,
that would suck.
By the way, before we go, I want to mention my girlfriend who was from Barrie when I first started dating her.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, she said, oh, what radio station did you work at? And I'm like, 101.1 Big FM. And she's like, you mean B101? I'm like, no. I'm like, no, after they switched to classic rock. And she's like, oh, you're one of the fuckers that took my favorite radio station away.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's the vibe I get from the city of Barrie often.
Oh man, yeah, we should do it. We should do another one because I got like 1,000 questions for Mark Davis. We should just do a rapid fire. Maybe me and you, Kris, just put Davis in the hot. I got like I love talking to Mark Davis.
I do too, man. He's all right. You are all right, buddy. It's great hanging. We used to have these chats over breakfast at Linda's on Bayfield Street. We used to go for the diner breakfast there at Linda's. That's basically how we used to hang out there, just having breakfast and shooting the breeze. Before we wrap up, though, on the topic of dicks, we're not going to show any dicks or any dick shapes.
All right, here it is.
No,
is this what you want? Is this what you want?
No, don't show any dicks. No, nothing. But I used a term, and somebody actually DM'd me about this on that podcast a while back. I referred to a dick as a gem cutter. And what is it, Mark? When you're about to spit your drink out over there. No, a gem cutter. And nobody, have you never heard that? Mark, you've heard that term, right?
No, I just don't know where you get that from.
I don't know, it's so like a diamond hard that you could cut glass with it. It's, and it's a little pointy at the tip. I don't know. It's gem cutter.
No,
you ever heard
Davis gets more things like jelly beans, baby's pinky. That's those kind of, not diamond cutters.
I looked it up. I looked it up on Urban Dictionary. It's a thing, and I was right when I used the term gem cutter. I used it in the right term, and now I'm obsessed with unique dick names for
pictures of gem cutters.
Not pictures, no.
Chris Google imaged it. Didn't just look for
Honey,
the news.
it's research, okay?
Yeah, she's like, first the fucking stupid condom things on Photoshop, then this. Gem cutters? Anyways, so gem cutter, it's a real term for a dick. Anyways, last wrap-up question. The most unique term that you have heard for a dick, or the best or your favorite?
Term for all genitalias, they're disgusting.
You don't have a favorite at all?
I would say wiener, or I know it's not unique. I don't know if I have a unique one.
Have you ever heard the term weenus? Oh man, my weenus.
Yeah, that's the skin under your elbow.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what? Because I heard Rob Thomas from Matchbox 20 referred to his penis as his weenus. But I don't know.
He sounds really like a mature adult.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the most Matchbox 20 thing I've heard.
And if you want to hear Rob Thomas, you can every morning on Kris and Melanie every morning.
Yeah, he's got a really good Christmas song. What is it? Christmas in New York City? Anyways, of course I know it. Okay, Mark, over to you then. Okay, Matt's was weak. Wiener, what do you got?
Oh.
Ew, don't say a word for a penis after that sound, please. You're like,
oh God.
Dang.
I've never referred to. That's tough, man.
Ew.
Okay, so here, follow up. All right. So what do you refer to your penis as to your significant other? Like if you were gonna yeah, honey, I just gotta shave or how would you refer to it to your wife or your girlfriend?
Oh my God.
What?
Boom.
Come on, Mark. Mark has always got a gem.
It's literally I use penis. It's the medical term for it. I don't call it the hammer or the
hammer, yeah.
The hammer. The hatchet.
Yeah, the hatchet, yeah. You would call it a hatchet. Fucking axe thrower. Yeah, I'm going to throw some axes all over your belly. Could toss some axes?
Oh.
No?
Love you. Love
Like
you.
throwing ropes, throwing some axes?
Jen, I love you. I'm sorry.
Wow, okay, so both of you guys kind of dodged that question.
I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared.
Hey, I don't really have one. I mean, she doesn't really like to hear about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's really, she definitely, my girlfriend really doesn't want anything to do with
She
my
wants
dick.
to ignore his existence.
I just want to ignore his dick and pretend it.
Yeah.
I want to pretend he's just like a Ken doll, like a smooth clef, just a smooth clef in the front there. I don't like penises. No.
Yeah. Oh, she lucked out there, though, if that's what she's going for. She got pretty close with your boy.
In name or otherwise. Guys, this is fun. This is cool. A little dick humor to wrap things up, just in case my mom was watching. And thanks again, guys. Happy New Year, 2021. Bring on 2021. Mark Davis. We're going to have you guys back. Matt McLean. And we'll duke it out over wrestling or the merits of wrestling.
Oh, yeah. And we got to talk fatherhood and Davis's sexual resume. We got so many things to talk about.
Yeah, fatherhood and Davis's sexual resume, and more about Windsor too. Because do they still toss little people in Windsor? Is that still a thing? Okay, we'll save that for the next episode.
Yeah.
But there was a time where in Windsor, the rest of Ontario had made it illegal to have little people tossing at bars, but Windsor was like the sole holdout.
Can I do a tease for you?
Yeah, for sure.
There was also a time where they were bowling with doves.
What?
Oh, sorry,
Doves?
with pigeons actually, with pigeons. Bowling.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, with some kind of a bird.
Yeah.
Are
Wow.
they frozen?
Yeah. In my hometown at the county fair every year until recently.
Pigeon bowling.
Yep.
I don't even know what to say about that, man. That's hilarious.
I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what it is. Are the pigeons the pins or the like? I'm so confused.
Pigeons are the bowling ball.
So you
What are the
throw
pins?
Just regular bowling pins?
It's like lawn bowling, but with pigeons.
Okay, so wouldn't a pigeon just like,
All right, let's
I don't
save
know,
this
I'm
for
an
another
idiot.
time.
If you throw a pigeon, wouldn't the pigeon just as soon as it like is thrown in its right side, it's just gone?
No, it's weird. They have something to make them like a bowling ball, but we'll save that for another time.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do a Windsor expose, like Windsor has never been exposed before. Facebook bots are like, what? Exposed? Shut them down right now. Okay, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for
subscribing as well via Facebook to the live stream.
You're welcome.
And yeah, smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, I got to be one of those people. I got to get better at this. Okay, can you just tell me if I'm doing this right, guys?
Okay.
Hey, everybody, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
All right, but you're missing a Patreon page too.
I have a Patreon page. I just haven't had.
There we go.
I have it. Big Kris Live is on
And
Patreon.
and follow me on OnlyFans for all the most exclusive content.
Did you miss our Cavalcade Dicks episode? Well, subscribe to OnlyFans.
You know, Mark, I do have a Patreon, but I haven't had the fucking balls to plug it here on the podcast.
Just plug it, man.
Really?
Why not?
Mark's such a baby. He's taking a big haul off his vape unit, being like, yeah, plug it, man.
Just plug it, man. Come on.
Yeah, plug your Patreon. I mean, I ain't gonna give you shit. I mean, I'm a guest. I donated my time.
That's true. You donated your time.
You got $300 in Contra. This is it. You got 300 in talent fee to trade. So I match my donation of $300 to his Patreon.
You got $300 in hot dogs coming my way from that hot dog card. I'll take that and trade for some ads.
I can get you a better deal than that. Don't worry about it.
All right, yeah. You got a guy.
Yeah.
I got a guy.
Oh, got some crazy hot dog stories.
Yo, just knock on the back door. Don't ask any questions, okay? I got you.
All right. Thanks for tuning into the live stream on Facebook, Big Kris Radio on Facebook, and then subscribe to the audio version on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're now featured on DeanBlundell.com. Thanks to Dean and his island of misfit toys for hosting me in a web capacity. And, of course, the video version stays in the video section of my Facebook page on YouTube and will be available after the fact.
Fingers crossed.
On YouTube. Yeah, fingers crossed it makes it, whether they allow it or not. Have a great one, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Hanukkah. New Year. Politically correct. See ya.